Thanks for tuning in to the Eyewitness News web exclusive. I'm Kelly Sullivan, along with our Eyewitness News analyst, Lieutenant General Reginald Centracchio. And first, we're going to talk about this stowaway incident that happened just a few days ago that everyone seems to be talking here. This 15-year-old goes into the wheel well of an airplane and flies for 5 hours. But it's amazing that he was able to survive. But the more shocking thing, I think, out of this is how he was able to just hop a fence and get into the airport. Security concerns for sure, you know, being able to just hop a chain link fence and wait there really for, I think, 6 hours.
Yeah, he's closer to 7, but your observations are right on. Yeah, we apparently have lost sight of a balance between the common sense, basic considerations, and the high-tech capability we have with people getting on aircraft. So if you go back to the basics, a fence is a fence and designed to keep people out. But if someone isn't watching that fence, and you have obviously holes in the fence, and I'm not suggesting it's a hole, I mean that literally, not literally, but figuratively, and they can get through, that's exactly what we're going to do, and that's exactly what happened here. So it's concerning to me that we have an imbalance between our technical capability and our basic common sense, basic physical security.
And, you know, fortunately, all he was armed with was a comb, and his intentions were he just wanted to go visit family back home in Africa. But it could be a real concern, especially for having that access that easily. Is there is something that's, you know, maybe a little bit more money should be invested in making sure that our airports are secure so that something like this, and even trucks, FedEx trucks, get through?
I just talked to Chief Messier at TF Green, and his plan is, they take this extremely seriously, and their plan is designed to look at all aspects ranging from basic physical security to the technology available, working hand in hand with TSA, Warwick Police, and certainly the airport police, as well as the state police. So that plan is all-encompassing, and I feel confident that they take it so seriously that they're on this constantly, well aware that these kinds of things can happen.
All right, we're going to switch gears now. Overseas, we have some new developments in the Ukraine, and right now the president, he's in Asia. We have troop movement in Poland, and then we have Biden committing help. So what role will the U.S. play in the future, and should we, you know, be concerned or now that Biden is committing some type of help here?
I think we should be concerned based upon what we've already committed. Sanctions, in my opinion, don't work. When Biden was there yesterday, I believe he talked about you won't be walking this alone, meaning to me that there will be more than just saying we're going to help you. I mean, that has to be some physical evidence in performing what we say. On the other hand, President Obama is around the rest of the Asian area, and he's really not talking so much about defending NATO as well as he should be, in my opinion. And at the same time, we're placing sanctions on him. The card we forget is being played is that Putin has the big wheel, having to do with the gas supply to Ukraine and the rest of Europe. So sanctions apparently don't work as well as we think they should. And when you're talking about physical presence of troops going to Poland for exercises, we're demonstrating that we're prepared, perhaps, to look at a military confrontation. Simultaneously, we're looking for China as well as all the other nations to come to the solution aspects of it. But we're sending out different messages, and I can't understand that part of it. And I think perhaps our NATO partners and some of the people across the world don't understand that either.
Something for sure we'll have to keep an eye on in the future. And just lastly, looking now at the Boston Marathon and how incredible that day was, how seamlessly it went. Security was outstanding, and there really were no problems at this Boston Marathon. Now we have this air show coming up next month. Should we look back here at the Boston Marathon and see what was done here to make sure to do the same thing, obviously, to make sure everyone stays safe?
In any event, you have what's referred to as an after-action report, and you look at things that were done well, things that could need improvement, and so on and so forth. I'm positive that's already happened. But I think the main thing is you need to look at making sure we're sharing information, and that was a success of the overall plan.
And for sure, and so fortunately everything went off without a hitch really, and it was a great event, so I think there will be a lot of learning experiences from this past Boston Marathon.
Right.
All right, and thanks so much for joining us for this web exclusive.